Let's get started with our math lesson for today. Please find your 100 chart. We will do the 100 chart first and then the coins. So our 100 chart is right here, and let's do counting by fives first. That means you want to do the green one in the middle and then the red one that's on the end, okay? And we'll stop at 50 and we'll do it twice. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Good job. What coin do you use when you count by fives? Were you thinking nickel? I think you were. Then you are right. We'll do it one more time. We're going to count by fives right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's do a little added challenge and keep going. Let's see if we can get to 100. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Yes, we made it. Okay, now we can count by tens. Let's go right here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We're going to do it one more time, and I am just going to point, and you are going to say all the numbers. And can you tell me what coin we count by tens with? Perfect. It is. It's the dime. And ready? You're counting. I'm pointing. Ready? And you can point also. So you want to point on yours? I'll point on mine. Ready? Yes, we made it to 100. Good job. We are ready to go now, and we are going to talk about our coins a little bit first. Ooh, do you remember what this is? This one is do you remember this guy? It's a quarter, you're right. And who is this? George Washington. He's the one that has a curl there and a ponytail on the silver money, okay? And do you remember on the back is an eagle, yes, just like our school name. And some of them also have things about different states. So this is our quarter, and our quarter is worth 25 cents. We are ready for the next one. This one is a dime, and a dime is worth 10 cents. And let's go on. This is a penny, and it's worth 1 cent. And the last one is a nickel, and it is worth 5 cents. Tomorrow I'll see if I can get some real coins out, and we will count our real coins just like we used to do in school. And right now, though, we need to talk about a bunch of things that have to do with the time of day. So when you're watching this, I'm not sure what time of day you're going to be watching this, but you might be watching it in the morning. And so in the morning, is the sun out? Usually it is. Today it looks kind of cloudy for me. But when the sun is out, we call that day. And then when the moon is out and it's dark outside and the stars are out, we call it night. Perfect. And so we do different things at different times of day. And so right now we're going to talk about what you do in the morning. What do you do in the morning? I'm going to write down a couple things and tell you after you are telling whoever's near you right now. Okay, so I'm going to write a few things down and you think of a few things, okay? Okay, I wrote some things down and see if some of them are what you thought of. I have eat breakfast, and most of you probably eat breakfast also. And get dressed. I'm sure most of you do that too. And then brush teeth. I'm hoping you all brush your teeth. Keep those teeth nice and clean. And then I get to FaceTime with some of you. So that's something different that I didn't always used to do. I used to go to school in the morning, and so then that would be on my list in the morning. But now it's a little bit different. Sometimes I make videos in the morning. Sometimes I check my email because if somebody had a question, then I can help you. Our lives have changed a little bit, so you might have something different there too. Okay, now think about, what do you do in the afternoon? Afternoon is anything between lunch and supper. So I'm going to say I usually make videos in the afternoon. Think about what else you do in the afternoon, and we will compare lists in a few minutes. So I have make videos, check email, and FaceTime or Zoom. I'm thinking you probably don't do those things. You probably do some schoolwork, maybe. Read a book, I hope. Go outside for a walk. Oh, sometimes I do that in the afternoon. Sometimes I do that in the morning. That's a good thing to do in the morning, too. Sometimes I work out in the morning, too. You need to keep moving, because when we're stuck inside, we have to just keep moving, because otherwise our muscles will not be good anymore. So we need to keep moving. So I think I'm going to put walk on here in the afternoon. So you may put play or whatever you do in the afternoon. And then evening. Evening is after supper. What do you do after supper? I think I'm going to put some things on there that you might do after supper. Not what I do after supper. Okay, so I wrote what I thought you might be thinking. I wrote play games, read books, brush teeth, go to bed. Do you watch TV too, maybe? I don't know. How about at night? I think we both do the same thing at night, right? We go to sleep. We all sleep at night. So I hope you're not doing other things at night, because that is the time to sleep. So when you do your worksheet looks just like this. But you are going to draw one thing that you do in the morning, and then you want to write what it is there, okay? So that I know for sure what you're drawing. I'm sure you are awesome artists, but sometimes my brain can't figure out what you drew because you are such an awesome artist. Okay, so then afternoon, same thing. Draw something you do in the afternoon and write what it is. Evening, draw something you do in the evening and then write what it is, and same thing with at night. So that is what you're going to be doing there. We also need to talk, we'll talk about the other side later, but we need to talk a little bit about, so what is the likelihood that you'll do something? So eat breakfast. I always eat breakfast. So that's like, I always do that. So it always happens. And I always get dressed and I brush my teeth. You might not be getting dressed lately. Have you been wearing pajamas all day? I bet you that's kind of fun. But, so then getting dressed might not be a likely thing for you. It might be an unlikely thing. And you just get dressed when you have to FaceTime with Mrs. Upley or Zoom. It's okay though, because you're at home and it works. So, and I don't always FaceTime with students in the morning. I sometimes FaceTime in the afternoon. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or bad. It's just, do you usually do this? And so in the evening, I usually read books. I usually brush my teeth and go to bed. So that's things I always do. And sleep too. I always go to sleep at night. So some of those things you do more often. But like today, are you going to go to the grocery store? Maybe not. Usually we only go once a week and it's on Saturday morning. So we try to limit just like we're supposed to. And you want to make sure that you are staying healthy and doing things to keep yourself busy, but not too busy, and staying at home. But you want to make sure you get some fresh air. So you want to go out for a walk every day. Try not to go when a lot of people are out, but go for a walk and stay fresh and stay healthy. So, what about temperature? So is it usually warmer in the morning or at noontime, in the middle of the afternoon, at night? What do you think? Are you thinking afternoon too? Usually it is warmest in the afternoon, but sometimes it's warmest in the morning, or it changes, but generally it's warmest in the afternoon. And this morning, what did you see on the ground? I'm videotaping this on Friday. So last Friday, do you remember what it was on the ground in the morning? If you remember there was snow, you were right. Now it's afternoon by now and it's mostly gone. I'm so glad, because snow in April doesn't make me as happy. Snow in December, I love it. But snow in April, not so much. So it depends on time of day and what is happening. So it was cooler this morning and now it's warmer now. And I think also you want to think about the order things happen in your day. So when you get up, do you eat breakfast first? Do you get dressed first? Do you brush your teeth first? What do you do first? I usually go work out first. Either I exercise in my room that I have with the TV, we call it the library, because I move the rug and everything, or I go for a walk so that I can get moving in the morning. And then when I come back, I take a shower and eat breakfast and get dressed. After I take a shower, I usually get dressed right away instead of eating breakfast first. So it just works. Whatever you do, you want to keep track of what you're doing in what order, and that's called sequencing. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the worksheet. We already talked about what to do on this side. On the other side is a dot to dot. This dot to dot is a little bit tricky. Okay, so I want you to make sure you're watching, and if you don't remember the numbers, they go in that order, and you want to make sure you start at the 0 up here. Okay, and you can work on this, and if you want to color it when you're done, that is good to go. Okay,